morning. Another day. Oh, I'll open that back up. Another day in the van build. So today we're gonna staple in, screw in, I haven't had enough coffee, screw in the bed just as a first time so it doesn't have to keep coming in and out, but we are aiming to make the carcass, or as much as we can, of this desk area. So the bed has somewhere, it's not pulled in, so, so the bed has somewhere to pull into, and we have our next carcass ready to go. So let's get measuring so we don't make a mistake like we did yesterday.
If you're new here, we're Ben and Shelley, and have we got a monumental task ahead of us. We're converting this brand new van into our dream home on wheels. We've done the whole van life thing before, so this isn't our first rodeo. But we've got a trick up our sleeve as we've enlisted the help of Shelley's dad Terry. And well, let's just say he's pretty handy on the old tools. So follow along as the three of us attempt to turn this empty van into a luxury off-grid camper.
What have we got for our first cupboard? Now we're 425 is what we're doing overall?
Yes. 425 is overall. I think. Yeah, because it needs to come out too.
Okay, so to save you watching all of our calculations, I'll run it through with you real quick. So our cupboard unit is going to be 1885mm long, 800 tall and 425mm wide. This is then going to be split into 5 compartments, 2 middle cupboards for clothes, 2 electrical cupboards, 1 small cupboard with an extra seat on, and 1 extra. This will then have 2 desks built on top and a bench top as well. Now that's all measured, let's get back to cutting.
Time for cupboard test fit number 1. Better put this on first. We forgot to do the cutout with the wheel arch covering, so we need to fix it up. Nice!
That's alright.
Oh, that's great.
So, electrical cupboard, mine or Ben's closed cupboard, another closed cupboard, and then a random cupboard at the end. Went and bought a bunch of baskets from Kmart today, and they fit in here very nicely. Well, we measured them to fit, made them to fit. And then across here, if you can see, this is the doorway, but there's a massive gap here. We're going to have another little seat, and then here is going to be a little pull-out desk that comes off the kitchen, so it extends the kitchen into an L, and it's an extra office space, like a nice office space if this bed, what to do with everything on there, is fully out. Bed out, desk is coming together, Ben. It actually looks really good, and this lightweight ply is so bloody good to work with, and it's so light.
It's so light.
It's awesome. Alright, let's do the other side.
So because we've got the cutout in the edge of the van here, we're just measuring this top piece up.
Works out to be a massive chunk of space that way and that way, which when you're working in a space this small, you may as well use every little bit that you can. Plus it would look weird at the back if it didn't come out, hey. Yeah. Right when I fell. I forgot it was gonna fall off. This is getting really exciting. If you can see this whole section here, this is only half of the countertop, which is unreal. So this whole inlet here is where our pull-out desk is going to go. So we're gonna have, not only are we gonna have one, but we're gonna have 2 massive desks. So in our last van, one desk was about half the width of this and one was a bit longer. So if you don't know, Ben and I both work full-time on the road, doing creative stuff. Ben does motion graphics, and I also read ECG, so heartbeats. So we need a good desk area, and this bed is going to turn into our office chairs, and it's going to be ergonomically comfortable. It's a little taller than my legs, so we're going to make a little kickstand so I can sit, you know, perfect posture. But the size of these desks, we're going to have a notebook out, hard drives, like we're not going to have to prop them everywhere. It's really exciting to see this all and this vision coming together. It's been a really tough week, but feeling like we've made some progress, which is truly awesome. Like, it's feeling like it's coming together, and I'm getting really, really, really excited. I'm gonna have to wait for Dad to steady this so I can get it in flat. Some things are just tricky on your own. It is.
See what I mean? Oh, that one doesn't line up with the other one. Yeah.
We're off. And you see, wait, can you see? That doesn't quite line up. It looks straight from here, but it's not. Just this side's slightly too high.
It's a tiny little bit of both.
Nope, down. There. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's got a screw. Oh, so's that one. What's the chances?
Oh, what are the chances? Oh, that's so annoying. Right where we put the pocket holes is exactly where the screws are on the other side. Twice! Exactly.
Look at that, Shell. Yeah.
That's insane.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. There you go. Ta-da! Okay, going out for my uncle's birthday. We'll pick this up in the next few days.
Tomorrow for sure.
It's spray painting time. We are ripping out the subfloor. We are gonna prime it and paint it, and then we're gonna silicone it in and get that actually stuck into the van. And the next stage is getting started. So let's hit the road. Let's hit the paint, would be better. So another hot tip from Terry is if the spray paint looks like this, see how it's not quite gone on nicely and it's all a bit speckledy? We're going to add a little bit more water to dilute it down so hopefully it can go through and go on as a nicer coat. Whoa, she's warm. Let's do this. I think you get the idea. We'll come back for the big reveal. The big reveal being white paint. It's just the primer. We'll come back and we'll show you what we're painting on it next. I've done these. They're good to practice on because it's just an undercoat and a black coat is going over the top. But I'll show you how uneven it is, and I think I might be sticking to rolling when we come to painting the cupboards. It looks really good on here. But if you look at this in real life, it's very patchy. Oh well. Definitely harder than it seems. And Dad used to be like a cabinet maker and cabinet fixer, so he's like really, really good at spray painting. That's my first ever time. Definitely harder than I thought it would be. Oh well, still fun. I can get a roller out and paint over the top. I might do another coat on those just as a practice. Like I said, doesn't really matter. We're covering it anyway. So Dad has some leftover like underbody sound deadening paint that's black, and we want to paint this black because the white tiles have a little gap through them that are going on the floor. It'll just make them stand out a bit nicer, and no harm in having some more sound deadening in there.
The following day.
Once the floor was all painted, it was time to fit it. We used T-Rex power adhesive to stick it down to the body of the van.
This one was always sitting a bit funny.
It was, wasn't it? With the floor in place, we then weighed it down to make sure that it would stick overnight.
How smart does that look? So slick.
With floor in, it was back to the shed to finish building the cabinet.
On that, but it's going to be painted. So.
It's going to be painted. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, because that's the outside piece. Okay.
Huh? Yeah, but you won't see that when it's painted. Now, this is the...
Back to the workshop.
So in our cupboard unit, closest to the door is the smallest cupboard, which has the seat on top. This box also has a hidden compartment for charging all of our cameras, drones and so on. So it is needed a box within a box with a lid to access.
There. And here? Flush.
pretty tight in there.
Yep.
It's like it's made to fit.
You know what? It was. Now. It's this side, isn't it? Is it?
Working in a van is hard. The bottom one.
See a bit closer down there.
That's where I can't see. So on the front of the cabinetry, we're putting these little pine pretty things, but basically they're to cover the exposed edge of the lightweight ply that we're using, which is really hard to paint over. So we're going to cover them all with this, and then the doors are going to go over to this, and the hinges are going to go onto it. It'll make more sense when we get to that stage, but it's going to make the finishing look a lot nicer. Good? One more paint?
Yeah, no. Which side is it?
This side. Yeah?
Yep.
With the cabinet in place, we'll wrap up this episode here. Tune in next time for a special birthday video. See you then.
Okay, I'm absolutely buzzing at the state of this van.